Yeah. Okay, so then, is that good? Like, where are you gonna stand? I'll just angle it to be like.
Actually, maybe we should put it here. Just bear with us, you guys. We're kind of figuring out the angle of where to put you, where to put me. Put your right foot in, put your left.
So more so like this.
Yeah, almost like so they're
right
in
in
the,
front.
maybe like so they're in the audience.
So, do you want them to see the audience or them to see the speaker?
Them to see the speaker. So pretend like they're sitting here.
Okay.
We're on Zoom now too. So bear with us for a moment. So trying to figure out how to be hybrid on a budget. Right? Because we could spend 20,000 on like cameras and we'll get there someday. It's a dream of mine. So this is how we're gonna be hybrid on a budget. So now we're moving team meetings to Zoom and live. Does that make sense? But we don't have the whole entire recording studio like KWRI does. Yeah, big dream. KW recording studio. Okay, cool. All right, so whoever's on here, I can see we got a Jill, a Tiffany, whoever you guys, I'd love your feedback after here if we like the Zoom platform better than Facebook. And I'm gonna assume we will, right? Probably. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, let's just start with, while Allison is, take your time. It doesn't, don't feel the pressure. You don't need to rush. While Allison's getting us ready, somebody tell me what today's date is. December 28th. Oh, happy birthday, Grandma. Wait, now that everything we do in real estate shows up 90 days later, that means we can celebrate our birthdays on our birthday, 90 days out from our birthday. And if you're like me, because your birthday's on March 31st, you get to celebrate in March and April. Like now I can have like 2 months and 2 days. Anybody ever need a birthday crown? I have one. So anyway, yeah. Let that marinate. Just marinate that for a moment. Right now, everything we do, and I'm going to keep on talking about this, but all of our activities really are for 2022. Kind of crazy, huh? All right, let's get the party started. We've got some new cappers to celebrate. Love that. We've got a coach's corner update, our Gratitude Tuesday. We got a compliance update. Bless you. And we have, bless you at home as well, upcoming training, potty, and a whole bunch of things. So let's, all right. So we have a recent capper, Al Frankenberger. Don't know if you guys have ever had a transaction. So if you run into him or you have a transaction with him, please do congratulate him. So that's awesome. All right. So Steph, right away. So you need to stand in this imaginary circle so that our friends.
Put tape on the floor.
I'm going to do that next time. I'm going to mark an X just like they do with Dancing with the Star or whatever, you know, when you go to, yeah, World of Dance.
Okay, I'm gonna stand on the square.
Perfect.
Okay, hello. All right, so we're gonna have a party after the team meeting today. We have a cake, and let's see, I think I can show you. That's what our cake looks like. So it says congrats PC on 59 closings. So we have a lot of PCs who can't make it today. So we're gonna extend our party to.
Someone unmuted themselves. Oh, great. Now we get to manage.
Oh, I'm like, oh no. Shh. So we have some of our PCs who can't make it today. So we're gonna extend the party to everyone. So we'll cut shortly after the team meeting ends. I have the cake just in the next room here. So we're gonna celebrate. Then, oh my gosh, there's like blood dripping from the ceiling of this screen. Okay, so last year Tina kicked this off. Halloween is Tina's favorite holiday.
Can you read all that? Do we need?
Oh, yeah, I can move it.
Okay.
It's totally fine. Yeah, we'll just drag them over a little bit. Okay, so, yeah, so Tina started this last year because Halloween's her favorite holiday. One thing I'm gonna add to this is door knocking. So if you look at the point spread that you get on there, so if you're PC, if you guys can mute, I hear someone, I don't know if you're sneezing or what's happening, but yeah. Anyhow, so door knocking and open house, they'll get 2 points. Going on showings, they'll get a point. Writing offers, accepted offer, signing a listing contract, signing a buyer agency. Tina, we're celebrating Halloween in your honor. See, I told you I wasn't making that up. And they even have blood dripping from the ceiling, Tina. So the thing, where does it say that? There's something on here. It's not on your screen either. I'm trying to find. It says, oh, maybe it's just on the headstone. It says rest in peace. There it is. Rest in PC. Yes, rest in PC. So don't get stuck in PC by not having production, because then you're stuck with me forever. So we'll just add door knocking onto that list, so they'll get points for that. And then what they win is Facebook ad credits so that they can reinvest in their business and gain more leads. So woohoo! All right. Oh, before we go to that one, I have one more fun thing to share. And we're gonna go out to, everybody have the Google Drive one spot on their computers. Everybody know you can search for things on there. There's all kinds of fun stuff. So if you wanna database yourself in the DTD2, up in this search bar, you literally could just type in DTD2 instead of searching and spending an hour trying to find which folder it's in. Scott mentioned last week that on Friday, we had our quarterly advance for leadership. So one of the things that we have to do, or I shouldn't say have to do, one of the things that we get to do is work on a big project. So we call it our big rock. So I presented my big rock, which was adding on to the productivity coaching binders, basically kind of doing a recap, like a one pager for each of the Tuesday classes and topics that we teach on. So if someone is working on a CMA, it's 10 o'clock at night, do they call staff? No, they go to the coach's corner in their Google Drive instead of calling staff for a non-emergency at 10 o'clock at night. So in here, what I've done is I've made like a little synopsis, like how to run a comparable market analysis. There are 22 of these, and I have them in the one spot so that if any of you, besides my PC kids, as I call them, have questions on something, home inspection amendment, there are 22 of them. So you will see bulletproofing your transaction. I've got things in here on timing. So if you want to look at, like, if you're doing well in septic and you're trying to do a 30-day close, I've got kind of a bar graph timeline and what that looks like, and kind of some tips on what you should do. If you're handling a FSBO and you were already under buyer agency, but the seller wants you to represent them and you're going to be neutral, what do you do with your documents? So I've itemized through here, like how you separate that out, and, just, it's kind of a guide. So sometimes there's those quirky situations and you're like, what do I do with this? And maybe instead of calling compliance with a 911, you could resolve your question by referring to some of these. So it might be, a dual benefit where you guys get a few less calls. So anyhow, those are here for you. And they are printed and given to all of our PCs so they can put them right in their binder. But at any time they can look if they want to do a geographic farm, and, what do I do for that? How do I do an 8 and 8 campaign? And what does that even mean? 8 and 8, like, it's kind of a funny terminology, just like the rest of Kellerisms and real estate. We use acronyms for everything. So just for your, use, those are all in here. So we've got short sale.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so there are literally 22 things I've itemized out. This is all in my brain. So I had to, it took me a quarter, but I got 22 of these little, one pagers out there. Oh, this is a big one. Simultaneous buying and selling tips. what do you do? Can they qualify to do a bridge or home equity? Or, if they don't qualify, how do you deal with the timing of that? So just a lot of things. We even have one on, where's Bill? I saw him here. Oh, Bill, where's Bill? Yeah, we have one that says, where's Bill? So I have just from Bill's class, just a little synopsis on loan programs, a little synopsis, right, on title. When Alex taught Facebook ad campaigns, we took notes and put them onto here. So a lot of this has come from the other teachers that we've had in here also. So if it's not in here and you want to give me a suggestion for one that I should build out, I promised Scott that I would do 24 and I think there's only 22. So I need at least 2 more ideas. So if I'm missing something, just let me know. But again, those can just be found in your one spot under Coach's Corner. And it's super easy because I put it on the main page and these are all alphabetical. Okay. All right, so there we go. And we will hop back into our team meeting.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Give it up for Sept. Back into real estate sales. So I can do it. No, you go ahead.
You can do it. I'll collect.
Okay.
We decided last week when Kim was gone, so I had to tell her, oh, we're doing this every week now. And the reason we're doing it every week is because there's so many. Sorry. Hi, everybody. Because there's so many in here and this is so awesome. I so love you guys are doing that. So I will collect these all when you're done and then we'll start in the front with those who picked cards to read today.
All right, I'm grateful for Jess Gowdy and Catherine Coral taking over the Bigger Book Club. Think Bigger Book Club. Love Chris.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Steph, for all your help and patience. From Kathy.
This is from Abby Lacey. I'm so grateful for everyone in this market center that took time to contribute and participate in my not going away lunch. I love you all more than you know. Love it.
It says, Allison Bradley, thank you for taking on so much, always with a smile.
Yeah.
I have 2 because I just wanted to read 2. Says Alex, thank you for totally stinking at fantasy football. And then my other one, Rachel Houselander, thank you for always being willing to help wherever, whenever. Thanks, Rachel.
Okay.
Who else?
Who else on this side? Yeah, let's go that way.
I have coffee, Ted Lacey.
From Ted Lasso. Well,
Okay.
Have you watched Ted Lasso? I do.
I heard it.
So if you watch it, you would get it. So go watch Ted Lasso. It's on Apple TV. It's a very good show. Okay.
Okay.
I have one. It says, Reggie, thank you for fixing my laptop print drivers on Monday. You are appreciated, and it's from Kathy Porter.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'm very grateful for Rachel H. and Chris R. for their help in locating a document that was needed so my command checklist wouldn't be so red.
We don't like red.
It's over. Yeah.
Mine says, thank you to Lynn and Focus Title for a great hamburger lunch liquor.
Yay. All right, who's next? Done. I'm grateful for Mandy Miller and Jeremy Reinders help with the Japanese Foundation.
I love that you got that because you were the one that needed help.
I'm grateful for all of
They jumped in and helped.
thanks to Mandy for your help and patience. I will be forever grateful for you getting me on track.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Thanks goes out to Sarah Pat for putting up with all the issues that I seem to come up with in Command 101.
I'm starting a transaction coordinator support group.
Yeah.
Red stuff on command.
Yeah, right.
This is my goal for 2022.
Awesome. All right. Well, Well, we're doing our best at home for you guys to hear these as well. So I'd love your feedback to see if you can hear from the crowd, and we'll kind of figure out how we can grow in this area. So thank you for the Gratitude Tuesdays. I think, Chris, you're still up and doing the compliance corner
I guess I'll
next.
keep standing up.
So Chris is coming back.
All right, so I got to do the fun part.
Yay, compliance.
Now I get to do more fun. Okay, so we've had a lot of questions and issues on notices and amendments with inspections. Right to cure, not right to cure, what to do, being aware of deadlines. So I wanted to kind of go over it with you. I want to give you a scenario and walk through what you should be doing, options that you can be doing. Okay, so if your buyer submits an offer to the seller, they're asking for defects to be remedied. Obviously, the first thing you would do is write an amendment and submit the amendment to the seller. If the seller rejects the amendment and it is the last day of the inspection contingency and the seller has the right to cure, what should you do? Jess?
Notice. Write a notice.
Yes. And okay, seller has the right to cure. You can either write a notice listing the defects. Okay, so that's partially right. You also, which I think a lot of people don't realize, you can also send an amendment at the same time notice, but the number one thing to do is send a notice of defect. Okay. So you can, let's say the buyers comes back and says, they want to write a new amendment. They asked for 5 things to be remedied. They want to go back to the seller and say, you know what, we really love this house. We really want it. Let's just ask for 3. It's the last day of the inspection amendment. That's fine. You can send the amendment, but send the notice with it and a camera. And you can put in the notice that the in the event the seller, and I've got it, and I can get it to you guys if you want it, the exact information, but on the notice, put it in the event the seller agrees in writing to the attached amendment dated 9/28/21 and delivers to buyer via an approved method of delivery, this notice and the attached camera are no longer a part of the offer. So you're really protecting your buyer. If the buyer wants to go back and say, hey, I just want to ask for a few things, not all of it, but make sure if it's the last day of the inspection contingency, you also send that notice. If you wait till the next day, which some people have done, not understanding the process, it's too late. Okay, so make sure that you send that notice. So in the event the notice is sent, the seller rejects the new amendment, the notice is now in place, seller has the right to cure, what happens next? Chuck.
The seller has to send a notice back saying that they are going to repeat those repairs or they are not. They're accepted or declined.
There's 3 options. So they can, yes, they can send a notice, deliver a notice within the 10 days. I actually suggest you guys change that 10 days to 5. They don't need 10 days and you're dragging everything on, but they've got whatever time frame is in there. They can either send a notice back saying they will make the repairs, send a notice back saying, nope, not doing it, at which point the offer is then null and void. The third option they have is to actually have the repairs completed and send paperwork back within that 10 days or however many days, showing that the work was completed. Obviously, if it's the last day of the inspection amendment and yeah.
They can also let it time out, because that is also a response if the 10 days
Right.
passes.
Right, the 10 days passes and exactly, thank you. If the seller does not have the right to cure, you can still send that amendment and send the notice of defect with the language saying that if the seller agrees in writing, and make sure it says in writing and delivers it back to the buyer within the time frame allowed by a method in the offer to purchase, even if it's the day after, as long as the amendment signed, that's fine, but send the notice with it. And that's what's not happening. I had a couple people get into trouble. So I just wanted to go through it. and make sure that you guys get it. Does that all make sense? Do you guys have questions? Because a lot of people are not sending the notice, so we've kind of had some stuff to work through. Okay, and then just really quickly, seller requirements for binding acceptance and a few other things that are happening, because it's happening again, where we've got agents putting in, seller requires 48 hours for binding acceptance, or they're not going to look at offers till this time, or whatever the case may be. Number one, whatever the seller wants, put it in your listing contract. It has to come from the seller. So if you're having the conversation at a listing appointment, they say, you know what, we want 48 hours. I wouldn't put for binding acceptance. I would say offer review. They want 24 hours for offer review, 48 hours for offer review. You're still going to get offers from somebody who sends it at noon and wants an answer by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to happen. But if you have it in MLS and it is in the listing agreement, that's what you need to have in there. The other thing is when offers come in, when you receive an offer, what should you do with it?
Send it to your seller.
Not everybody's doing that. Don't hold on to offers. You need to send it to them right away. Don't create a spreadsheet with offers and send them that. Send them the offer, because some of our agents are not actually sending the actual offer. You have to do that. So send the offer to them. Make sure, the other language I would add that has been really helpful is make sure you put in the seller has the right to accept an offer at any time. Even if they're asking for a minimum 24 hours for offer review, yet seller reserves the right to accept an offer at any time. That's going to keep you out of trouble. And then, yes, thank you for putting the Talkify link up here. Remember, that's there with our calendars. And one reminder that we talked about a long time ago, I would strongly encourage you, create a group in your phone of me, Sarah, Lisa, and Jeremy. If it is a true 911, text the group. One of us will get back to you right away. Some, we're all running real estate practices. We all run a business. We may not, if it's a true 911, just tell us all.
Example of a true 911.
If you're sitting in a conference room writing an offer with a buyer and you have questions, if you're presenting offers to a seller and they have a deadline for acceptance, but you have questions or you really need help with something that you need an answer right away, especially if there's a deadline, text all four of us. One of us will get back to you right away. Because sometimes we're in appointments and, we don't know when I get a text, hey, can you call me? Let us know if it's a 411 or a 911. And if it's really a 911, I really encourage you to text all of us. One of us will respond as fast as possible. Any questions? Okay, I hope this was helpful. More to come next week. Oh, wait. The man in the back has, yes, sir.
Kyle wanted to ask this, but I was too nervous. I'm just kidding. This isn't a question at all. It's just a comment. Like, this is very helpful to me. And I'm sure for realtors, like, to just stay, how many times have you written an offer as a buyer agent that it said something like, hey, there'll be offers presented at this time, and they presented it earlier, and then your clients got mad at you?
Yeah.
Like, this is just being a professional. And I just think that co-broks, everyone will appreciate the clarity. So like, this is such a help to have Chris come up every week and just say like, this is what we can do to up our game, to like keep you out of trouble. It's very appreciative.
Well, thank you. And I appreciate the opportunity to share. And what we just talked about in regards to the binding acceptance versus how many hours for review, and that the seller reserves the right to accept an offer at any time. I've had a lot of co-brokes tell me that's really good. Thank you for the language, because I was able to show it to my buyer, which helped them write a better offer. I mean, there's all kinds of positive from this, but if we're really upfront and make sure it's in the listing agreement, it just really raises the bar for us. Is better than a whole lot of other people.
So Chris, did you put that language like on the MLS in the private remarks about 48 hours, but the seller can accept any time you have it?
Yep, I put it right in the private remarks Seller requires, or seller requests minimum 24 hours for offer review. However, they reserve the right to accept an offer at any time. Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your time. Let us know if you have any other questions.
Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Bold. We're gonna give you an amazing fundraiser update. And again, just remind you on Talkify and calendar or training. So first of all, Bold, whoop, whoop, this is Bold. Be, achieve, wait, no, be, do, achieve, right? You have to think it, then you have to do it and you achieve it. So we talk about bold laws. And if you're interested in knowing what the bold laws are, go downstairs, right next to the Shipley's office, next to Packard's office, across from the Krickerberg Group office, and all the bold laws are on the wall. I encourage you to read them and embody them and pick one each week. You'll be amazed at how much it changes your focus. So the life by design, not by default is one of the bold laws. So I think there's 32. Does anybody know? Something like that. All right. So just a little refresher on bold. These are the dates. And everybody should register at least for the first one, because the first one is free. It's free. The first one is free, you guys. It's free. So come and check it out if you're not so sure. And then just another little reminder on Bold, what we are doing specifically in this office in Germantown. So this is specific to us. What we've decided to do is the investment for you is $7.99, but we do give you back $200. We give you that back. That is something we're doing very special because we believe in investing in you and your business, okay? And so that is based on you have your first closing after Bold within a certain time frame. What is the time frame? Do you remember, Allison, off chance? Yeah, like 4 months, is it?
End of March.
End of March.
So like 6 months. from
Right.
Bold start.
Like seriously, if you don't have a closing by then, like, woof, come on, we're doing something wrong here then. So just know that there's that. And then there's also the scholarship opportunity, which is still out there. Anyone who attends Bold will receive the 200. It's right there. Anyone can apply for one of the 4 scholarships for $250 from our investors. So I encourage you to apply, write a letter as to why the investors should select you to be one of the 4 winners, and email that letter to sosasales@kw.com. And I think we might be picking that coming up soon. I don't know. We shall see. And then there's also 3 scholarships through the productivity coaching program. So just pay attention. We're going to probably do another big fun splash next week. You might want to show up. If you like the color purple, wear it. We do. And so are there any questions about Bold right now? Professional coach teaches it. It's kind of cool. So we'll share more. Does anybody have, who here is signed up for Bold? Okay, check it out. Talk to one of these people who have their hands up as to why they signed up. And how many Bolds have you taken, Zach?
This will be number 3.
Number 3. This would be my 6th or 7th, something like that, right? We
Steph
always.
has a big poster right outside Peter's office.
The lunchroom, Peter Promisberger's office, which is the lunchroom, Peter, if you're listening.
It shows everyone that signed up. So just if you're walking out or in, just take a look and see how that grows. That's a cool idea.
Go ahead, Chris.
And one other really quick thing, the letters for the 4 scholarships from the investors, the deadline was last week Friday. So can we agree to give them till this week Friday?
Sure.
All right, we're agreeing. You got 1 week extension because we didn't get 4.
Apply.
We've got 5.
We got 5.
Oh, we have 5 now? Oh, we haven't told me. I'm sorry, we have 5, but since we're talking about it, I didn't know that.
Oh, wait, you didn't see that, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, were you paying attention? Did you look at the slides? Okay, give me a drum roll. 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 Woo!
That's awesome. That is.
So for anybody who's new and visiting, Cindy Kuss was our compliance broker. and has ALS. And so just giving you the update. And so we chose to have an amazing fundraiser, and holy man, you guys, did you show up? So thank you. That this can be life-changing for them as she continues to go through every therapy, every option to continue to live and come up with a treatment and, you know, be the first who lives as long as she can with ALS. So thank you to the committee, to everybody, and thank you most of all to Miss Tina Reddick, who pushed our high knees. Like, seriously, girl. Like when she came up to me and she's like, there's more spots on the golf ball drop. And I'm like, oh, there is. She's like, get on there, go sell all the spots. Like that's literally what she said to me. Go drive around the golf course right now, fill the spots, we can get more money.
There's no prisoners.
I was like, okay, I'll go.
That's what I said. Right. These guys boss me around 7 days a week. It was my.
That's true. That's true. True. So thank you.
Got like 10 minutes to sell.
But somebody says, what is the KW culture? This is what the KW culture is. This is when we come together as a family and support each other. So thank you. Please do keep reaching out to Cindy and Brian. They could love to hear from you. Love your support. So, all right. So just a reminder, our Talkify calendar, Talkify upcoming trainings. Our digital calendar, when you click on our digital calendar, it will give you, I should try it. Does this work right here? Oh, watch this. Watch it. Are we ready? Our digital calendar. It's not August, but it is September. Oh, it's almost October, right? And the magic of it is when I do this and I click on it, it gives me the Zoom. Oh my gosh, it's amazing, right? So it's right there, all right there. So remember, we've got 2 Talkify calendars. We have our training Talkify. I just love the word Talkify. Who does not love the word Talkify? Talkify, and then we also have our compliance Talkify. Okay, so just a friendly reminder on that. All right. So little fresher on what we have coming up. So right here in the house at 1:15 is Carrie Douglas, and she's going to be sharing her buyer consultation. So you want to be here in person for anybody. And it's specifically designed for a productivity coach, but it's open to anybody. We have our leadership mastermind on Zoom with Scott on the 29th. That would be tomorrow on Zoom, 1 to 2:30. Leadership mastermind. If you are running a team, building a team, looking to run or hire a team, this is for you. How do we go about running our teams as leaders, not managers, and all succeed together? And then we have our career education session with Tina, if you know of anybody looking to start a real estate business, anybody who wants to learn, as we say, your dog walker's friend's neighbor, if they think they want to sell homes because they watch HGTV all the time, we're going to tell them the truth. So have them show up and she'll go over all that. And then just a friendly reminder on our WRA convention for those that are going. We already talked about Bold. And that's that. But we have somebody who's leading the book club, and her name is Jess Dowdy. She's coming here on Zoom. She's going to stand in the square.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jessica.
Hi.
So the book club's coming back. Catherine and I are going to host, and the first book we're going to read, or the next book, October 20th, is called The Desire Map. So we all set goals as realtors. This goal setting book is just a little bit different. It's all about how do you want to feel when you set your goals. Like all about, like you want to buy a new house or make $1 million. But most of us want those goals because we want to feel a certain way. So this book is about identifying those feelings you want to experience in your personal life and your professional life. And then from there, you can determine activities to get you to those feelings and those activities. And then the next book we're going to do for the rest of the year is Atomic Habits. So I think this one will be a good lead in. Decide how you want to feel, set some goals. The book, the first half is all theory, and then the second half is actually a workbook. So you don't have to read the whole book to come to the meeting. Just kind of browse through it. And it's a really easy read. Like there are some pages where there's not a lot of words. So, and there are a lot of big words. So you can just, yeah. And then there's a whole bunch of feelings inside the front cover and the back cover. So I started reading it. I'm pretty addicted to it already. So join book club October 20th, 2021, 4 to 5:30. I think can we bring our, is it BYOB, was
Yeah.
it? So like bring beverages or snacks and,
Snacks.
yeah, bring your own beverage, yeah, whatever you want. And then Atomic Habits we'll do in November, December, and possibly January too, because it's a long one. Okay, hope to see you all there.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Sounds fun. All right, so we did give the date, but I'm pretty sure, do we know if registration increased? It might have. Just know you'll pay a premium if you didn't register before today. I don't know. I just made that up. The point is, you guys are all WRA members. You all have the link to register. The cool part is Carrie Douglas probably wants to talk more about it than I do. Do you want to talk about it?
Keep talking. I just want someone to have a cocktail with when I'm there, so.
Carrie Douglas, back there.
Okay.
Okay, so the cool part is it's local in Milwaukee, and why do we, we want to support local, so why not go, right? And so I would love somebody to represent our culture, our company. I probably will not be, well, I'm not signed up as of yet, so I'm not gonna attend, but you guys bring back what you learn and go hang out and learn and have fun.
That's still the right price.
Oh, there you go, $145.
In person, 145, virtual 90.
Perfect. And the keynote speakers, as Carrie Douglas told us, are, what do I need to know about Tommy Choi and Jim? See, I'm attempting to bring you up here. Come here.
No, they're really good keynote speakers.
They're really good
so
keynotes.
Tommy Choi is a leader of one of the most successful real estate teams in Chicago. And so again, these are people who are actually practicing real estate and who have been successful at it, and they're ready to share what they learned. And then Jim Abbott is a professional baseball player, or was, and I don't know much about him, but he has some great things to say.
Beautiful.
Oh, okay, see, I'm glad you all know.
Oh.
Sorry, Lisa starts to get-
Yes, ma'am.
Tommy Choi was a speaker at the Glover over the summer. He's amazing, and I think if anyone has an opportunity to hear him speak.
So basically for all those people at home, you should go because they're amazing. Cool.
For Zoom, all those people-
Yeah, or you can do the Zoom.
Watch it with your cat.
Yeah, watch it with your cats, as Carrie Douglas says. In your robe with your Snuggie. All right, so our amazing DFIs are Rachel and Reggie. Just want to let you know they're doing an office-wide cleanup. And so just know there's areas that are going to be cleaned and all of that. And just a little reminder, I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but we do as much as you're listing your leads, right? Like we want you to do everything in your power to put your number on everything, not the office number. Like it's you, it's your brand, it's your business.